What's up? I am here on behalf of Sunrider 9 Productions. My name is Brett Buehler, host of the Part-Time Rockstar podcast. And I'm here with Sean.
Cory.
Catch your name, Cory. Cool. What's your favorite city to play, and why is it Baltimore?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Baltimore is like one of my favorite places to play because I live here, you know, and because it got good to play here after we left. When we started touring, before it's like, you live somewhere and you play some gigs at home and like, maybe somebody sees you like walking down the street to get your dry cleaning and, that's who you are. You're the guy that gets a dry cleaning or, like maybe they see you just in your everyday life or whatever. And if you play at home all the time, it's like, well, you see that guy's name all the time at home and stuff and you're like, cool, we'll see him next week, maybe he'll play again like in a month or like a couple of weeks, or I see he plays a residency every other week or something. So when we started touring, when I started leaving Baltimore, that's when people got excited for the shows at home. Got better when we left because it was kind of like there's a little bit of this hometown pride thing where they're like, oh dude, you just see Sean's out there in California and shit, and like you come home and suddenly it's like all these people are like, there's more people at home that like are into what you're doing because they see you're getting out and doing it and stuff. So Baltimore is one of my favorite places now because I've played so many shows here that I did make fans here, but then when I went away, they were like, shit, is he gonna come back? Because if you don't go anywhere, they're like, he's always coming back, But if you go away, they're like, when's he coming back? Or shit, he's been gone for 2 months. Like, sweet, we're gonna go to his show, So
the first gig leaving on tour and the last gig coming back are gonna be like great.
Outgoing and homecoming are like the big. Mm-hmm.
Chicken wire over the last gig we played because they did a Roadhouse themed beer, and I've always wanted to play behind chicken wire, and after like 14 years of playing, I finally did it because of Smoketown.
Is that like a Johnny Cash thing back in the day?
I think Blues Brothers.
It was supposed to be like the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. It was supposed to be like that. They were doing a theme for that night. Which
I saw Blues Brothers first.
The funny thing is, though, we're playing like at a pretty nice place, in Frederick County, and it's like it's a nice brewery. It's not, you know what I mean? It's like they put we had to actually convince, like, we're like, throw shit at us, like fucking. This is supposed to be the cage, man. You're supposed to throw beers at us. So it took them a while, but we got them to throw a couple beers at us. So it was good. I've played some places where I wish I was more safe, for sure, but like I remember on tour once, it wasn't a town that I played, but I was like on a stopping for gas, and I heard some noise under the van, so I was under there checking it out. I was on a solo tour, and I had a wallet full of cash and all my instruments, and I was traveling by myself. And so I'm under the van looking to see where the sound is, and I hear voices talking, and I look, along the floor, the ground, like, I can see out from under the van, and I can see people's feet next to my van, and I can hear them talking. The doors are open, and my equipment's there and shit. I'm like, fuck. My wallet's like probably laying out with cash like in it. And I was in Indiana or something, you know. And these guys like kind of like were that either where they're like saying shit without saying it. They're like being kind of aggressive but friendly, and I'm like, fuck, dude, this is gonna get nuts, you know, that kind of thing. And I had like a knife on my belt at the time, and I just kind of flicked the button open on the holder for it, and just kind of was like, I don't know what's gonna happen next. And they, I bummed a cigarette off them, which was kind of cool. I was like, can I have one of those Newports, man? And then, but yeah, you know, you never know when shit could go. Like that was like in the middle of nowhere. I know a bunch of people in my life that are in the, like they play in bands, and they're like one's like in a goth band, and another one's in a punk band, and another one's in a metal band. Other guys in a punk band. There's friends of mine who they don't live here anymore, but I met them when they lived here, and they're great musicians. It's a good town for music, and it's not a successful, critically acclaimed town like New York City, and it's not as affluent as Washington D.C.
It's crusty.
It's definitely
good because
it's definitely true.
College to get into it. You could just be.
Well,
you know?
that's the thing. Is like what I like, and I think this has been a historic thing in Baltimore for me anyway. Going back to like even when I first started living in the States, and it was like in the 90s, and you know, there was like the DC stuff and there was the Baltimore stuff, and like the Baltimore stuff was always kind of, you know, it's music for music's sake. You know, we didn't have straight white teeth, and we didn't wear white belts, and we didn't have like all the best gear because our parents aren't diplomats and shit, you know, like they're just fucking regular people. So
It's a little hoity-toity down there.
it can be. I mean, I probably am sounding pretty like fucking classist or whatever, but you know, fuck me, whatever.
Sparky. My name is Chris. My mom didn't name me Sparky. I think Sean did. And I play for Sean. I play for Sean K Preston. I don't just play for him. But I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna leave that pregnant.
All that night, I could stay and fight, or I could run.